Hello.
What up? My timing was so off on that one. I was jumping and everything, and
Hey,
then you
I,
start.
I don't know. It might have been perfect because
I
it's
don't know.
not.
I
I
think
don't
that
think
was
it's the
really
same for
bad.
us. I don't think it's the
That
same
was
for us
really
as it is
bad.
for them.
No, that I practiced that all the time, and that was really bad,
That
honestly.
was bad. Okay. I just do the slow wave. Hello, everyone, and welcome.
What up? What up? For
And
those who are watching
Rob,
this replay, how you doing?
yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's Wednesday. I was ready for this day because I was waiting for this live, especially for those who are watching the contest. You didn't hear about the contest.
I didn't hear about the contest and I didn't watch the contest, so I just know a teeny bit about it,
Okay,
and it might be good because I have no preconceived ideas. I've not
that's good.
seen
That's good.
any of it.
Yeah,
I don't even know who won, so that's good.
that's even better.
Yeah, yeah.
That's even better.
So I feel like that's kind of a nice thing, and
That's
uh, I guess
even better.
I guess is there anything else you want to address before you kind of tell them what we're talking about at least?
Well, that at least what we're going to be doing is we're going to be judging some tanks. For those who are watching this replay, stay tuned because we'll be judging the aquascaping challenge that the women had 2022 Aqua Top doing their little competition. And I was like, you know what? Let's do a live reaction of some competition. I want to see it. I'm just going to do the final viewing of the tank, not the whole video of all of them. I did see
Yeah,
two out
yeah.
of the four. So I did have seen two of them, but that was only to be able to get to the tank. So for those who are watching, stay tuned. It will be fun, shall be fun. Uh,
That's
let's
right.
get it. Oh, and then I got two clips tonight too, so don't forget.
Okay. Well, we'll see what we can all squeeze in because we usually get talking about something and you're like, I didn't get to whatever.
Oh yeah, I know. And I have like a couple more clips. I'm like, "Ooh, that may
Okay.
not work on that one."
We'll see how we do.
All right. So first off, what we're gonna get into is the clips. Whoop.
Okay. So we'll do a clip and then maybe I'll say some hellos. We'll give people a chance to roll in. Does that sound good?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All
Sounds
right.
good. What up, people in the chat? All
Yes.
right.
Hello,
So
everyone. Welcome.
I wanted to know this, Miss Joey. This one was interesting because, like you said in the backstage, you said typical men will do this, or men will. Um,
Yes, I told Rob what I thought a male's reaction would be to these fish.
And it was my exact reaction,
Yeah.
the way you did it and everything.
Yeah. So what I did was, well, go ahead and say what you're showing, and then I'll
Well,
tell you.
the fish itself is the blind cave tetra. I've seen them
Hmm.
before, but I've
Can
never
you?
actually seen them until
Okay.
like
Can you
recently.
bring that up a little higher on the screen, Rob? Because we're not.
Oh,
Yep.
there we go.
Perfect.
Sorry,
Perfect. Yep. Perfect.
better.
Okay.
It's a little faded out because remember you got to subscribe to read, and Rob doesn't do.
Okay. So my the first thing was Rod asked me if I had ever kept them, and I said no. I've seen them for sale. I've not been, inspired to keep them. I said I feel like they might be not necessarily delicate in the sense of their water parameters and everything, but delicate because they can't see. I'm sure they had some sort of sonar, but I feel like you'd have to be careful what you keep them with. But then I said, I feel like it's more of a guy fish. I said, they're just gonna be like, oh, they're blind, cool, and I was like, and it just doesn't appeal to me as far as something I want to keep. They're interesting,
Uh-huh.
don't want to keep it.
That's exactly how I felt when you said I just looked off into space going, huh, how did she know?
Hmm.
Because I
Hmm.
said the exact same thing. Oh man, they're blind? Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. The way you said it and everything, I said, oh wow, that is so true.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like I said, I don't think, I don't really know much about them. I have not kept them, but I mean, they look like, your typical Tetra. They don't look like they'd be crazy to keep as far as parameters and how you keep your tank.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, you wouldn't want to go putting them in with something that's going to be, nipping at them and pinging at them all the time because, they can't see it coming. But I'm sure they do have natural things like they didn't see that blow coming. But they have natural survival instincts. Like I said, there must be a natural sonar or something that they have so they can survive and eat and all the things. But just kind of funny.
Well, if you did not know, Miss Joey, there are two forms that exist.
Oh, I didn't know.
One with good vision that lives in light-drenched rivers, and
So-
then others blind with translucent body.
Okay, so how would it be qualified as blind if it can see? That's just seems funny.
My question. That's why I say that all the time. That's why I said, well, I want to read.
So your photos crept up too high now. You got to drop it down.
I'm sorry, I had to read. There we go.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Well, just for new people coming in, they want to be able to see.
Yeah.
They want to be able to see the blind.
Yeah, we're looking at the blind cave.
Yeah.
Miss Joey basically reacted what I first seen when I first seen him in a book and as real life, and also here again. I said, man, they're blind. Cool.
Yeah.
That was the worst way for me to actually go, yeah. Sure.
And I mean, if I wanted to keep them, I feel like I would keep them species only tank.
I mean, they're cool, but I wouldn't keep them.
Right. But I mean, if I was going to, I'd probably keep them in a species only tank and so that they could be comfortable with their own kind, keep a larger group, maybe, 10 to 20 of them. I don't know anything about them. I'm just going with how I would normally keep a tetra. And I feel like that's how I would want to do it. And that way they could come out and swim freely and not worry every time they came out that something was going to come by and bop them in the head.
Only. I like it. Yeah. I like it. Species only. That's always a good thing. You want to get some hellos in?
Sure. Let me scroll back to the beginning. All right. So first thing tonight was Hustle T King.
What up, Jay?
Yeah, in first tonight. And then Meow Aquatics, always here and solid. Hello, Meow Aquatics. Kim, hello, Ms. 9.5. Nice to see you here. My sister Steph is here tonight. New local Austin, hello and welcome. Monster Fish Gal, Lori, welcome. Craig Donner, welcome. Hello. Mike's Aquatics and Things, welcome. Select Pet, hello. Fish Tank Aquatics, My Fish Tank Aquatics, hello and welcome. And Dream Weaver, hello, welcome. And then Michael Morgan, hello, welcome to the stream. Degenerate Fish Keeper, hello and welcome. Amazon Research Center, Dr. Anthony, welcome tonight. Pierre, hello and welcome. Paul McCarthy, hello, welcome. Michelle E, hello and welcome. Patrick Hardy and Paul McCarthy. Did I say Paul already? I think I did. Hello and welcome, both of you. Eric Wyrock, hello, welcome. And then Danikin Aquatics, Kenny E, hello and welcome.
What?
And I'm trying not to repeat, guys, and I apologize if I miss you, but I feel like we'll see you as it go along. Johnny at Dan's Fish, hello and welcome.
What up?
RB Animals and Movies, Ricky, hello and welcome. Rico Stan, hello. Rico, as usual, can't chat, but he's here. Thank you for coming.
Appreciate it.
Scrolling.
Oh, you want some, but they're illegal in Kentucky.
Ooh, okay. Finally, somebody has something illegal besides me. Like I feel like my station's full of illegal things. I'm still scrolling down to make sure I haven't missed anyone.
I wonder what's the reason.
Anthony, fishy friend. Anthony, hello, welcome. Haven't seen you for a while. I think I got everybody. Again, I apologize if I didn't, but hopefully we'll see you as we go along and you're in here. And don't forget, smash the like button.
What's up with the logo? What's going on here? Do you see it? Anyone else see it? Is it on my end? I don't know.
Anthony's had that logo for a while, right? Anthony?
No, I can't see it on the screen. It's like blank right here.
Oh, well, he's there.
Oh, okay. Like right here on this end right here, it is like you can't see it. See?
Oh, okay. No, it's there, and I think that's the one he's had for a while. But if we're wrong, Anthony, let us know.
Yeah, right here, like it's blank. I'm like, is something wrong with it?
It's good from what I can see. You
Okay.
can't see it, but
Good to
it's
go.
good.
All right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
weird. It's weird pulling up on my screen. It's not really pulling up at all. Oh, there it goes.
Okay. Well,
That's weird.
it's just wonderful and super, super on my end.
Word.
Super duper.
All right, second clippy.
Oh boy.
This is something like we were talking about last night as well, Miss Joey.
Yes, Anthony's right. Had that logo for quite a while. Anyway, yes.
Okay, yeah, no, it was just like a red circle. It wasn't coming in.
Gotcha.
What up,
hello.
Mom?
Yeah, I was gonna say hello, Rob's mom, Melissa. Hello.
Hey, and tell Melania what up. That's my little sister. So this next clip, we were talking about this the other night about your horses, where when you want to either show them or sell them or do something of getting them over a state line.
Oh yeah.
You have to do the steps of, what
well, we had to get official paperwork, and that's what one of the things I did this morning is I had to drive to Augusta, which is our state capital town, and I had to take blood that the vet had drawn up to get a Coggins test, and so that's one of the things you have to show in state as well as go out of state. But to cross the state lines, we have to get a health certificate. You have to have a rabies certificate, the Coggins. We have to have your paperwork in order to be able to transport a horse.
Okay.
So yeah.
I like that. That soothes you because automatically that this has been through some things. It's already been checked and screened and any other.
And in our case, we're having a shipper come in Tuesday night to pick up the horse, and our horse is going to go on a trailer with other horses. So I'm taking the chance putting my horse on, and they're taking the chance knowing what you're picking up. And so the best thing we can do for everybody's peace of mind is to get the health papers in order. So
okay. So just in case, nothing that a horse can pass along to other horses, you would say,
that's
right?
the goal. There's still things like anything. It's like kind of like a group of kids together and they get a cold. I mean, you can still get things, but to the best of your ability, you have your horse checked out and they're healthy going on the trailer, and that's the best you can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to go. You remember the zebra mussels that got into the balls?
My favorite moss balls.
I know. That's why I didn't get them for a long time, and I still haven't really mustered up to get some. Anyone else? Yeah. Anyone else? In Select Pets, they said that Kentucky says that they're scared that they get in the water. If they're in Mexico, they need warm water more than likely, depending on where they are. I'm not sure. That's probably I'm pretty sure that's where the location is, where it's pretty warm. So Kentucky gets cold. It really does. So I wouldn't pose that as a threat to be. I mean, I can see White Cloud Mountain minnows being one because a lot of people a couple states outlaw them, but.
Yeah.
What's I don't know. That's weird.
I don't know. Okay, so Anthony says he still has OG moss balls.
Okay,
OG?
everybody. Oh, so people still got some of the originals. Okay. Do you have any of your? Do you have a lot of yours?
Oh yeah, remember I have my moss ball bucket. Yeah. I have moss balls. I have tons of them, and then I had the bucket where I had like 150 stockpiled in the bucket because I really like moss balls and I use them for a lot of projects. So yeah, I have the moss ball bucket, and but I bought mine obviously before that was a problem, and I bought quite a large group. Hello, Audra. Maya's welcome. So, but the thing about, as you're saying, states getting cold and cold water and whatever is, obviously they still make things illegal, and that's because things can somehow adapt.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Which is like, no, that's not, the water that they're normally kept in, but somehow maybe if they made it into the water source in the summer and they sort of got set in, they might survive it. Hello, Big Tank Hank. Hello. So I think that's the fear.
That is true. So we were talking about some zebra mussels getting into the balls.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're going to go ahead and check out is Breaking news here on 93 Aquatics. We got some invasive snails out in the wild, y'all. Get off the hill. Don't need to see that. Get out of here. We got some invasive snails in the wild, y'all. New Zealand mud snails. I don't know if they're still new. Don't know. But they are going to cost $225,000 and damage in estimation on what they're going to be doing.
In general or in a particular state? And what is it
Montana, in Montana, in a fish hatchery.
Wow, they look like some sort of a trumpet kind of snail, the shape.
Yeah, that's what I got to figure too. Yeah.
You know, like a
mud snails. They kind of, like you said, they do resemble. Yeah.
I mean, they just got that, that kind of cone shape. I mean, they look kind of pretty.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that, right? I mean, they look kind of pretty, but
yeah, they really do.
But that's the same thing, Rob, with, like it's illegal to have the actual, well, we can't have snails at all, but it's illegal to have the apple snails because they do so much damage up this way. I don't know. I don't think they're illegal down your way, are they?
I haven't really looked into that. I may want to. I mean, Indiana's kind of like it's kind of a nice state on their things. We kind of know what we can and cannot have. We kind of are like always in the books of what we can and cannot have. So I kind of figure maybe I need to look that up. I mean, I've never really wanted to have apple snails per se myself. So
right, but I'm saying that's a thing that comes to mind with snails. That one seems to also potentially be a problem, and they can eat things and whatever. And the other one, what is it that the one, is it from Mexico? It's that giant ram's horn snail with the stripes. That thing is really really pretty, but also really destructive. And Select Pet said that, I lost his comment, but something about, the water being cooler.
Yeah, it's cooler, like
in the caves and things. So okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I can dig it. I understand that one. I really could.
Oh, maybe he was talking about the blind cave fish. And
it was that one he was talking about. Yeah, I definitely can see them trying to outlaw because it's similar. So yeah, understood. Yeah. But
sorry, I just saw a line of that.
Going along the lines of you guys having to do that, the Lacey's Act has passed or not passed or some sort of whatever it is. But you got to understand that certain things are going to start happening like this to where now, sooner or later, maybe things may be in the work to where now things are going to be having to be quarantined from now on before they be sold. Do you think that would be devastating to some industries?
Absolutely.
Mm.
You just take your basic fish store, who is not prepared to. Basically, maybe they're not prepared in square footage.
Okay.
You'd have to double your tanks. You'd have to have an actual quarantine section. You'd have to be prepared, I feel, to really quarantine them. You're almost talking 2 weeks, maybe longer, depending on the fish and potentially what you're fighting or whatever. Okay. I think it would be devastating in some ways to the overall tropical fish industry because of, a lot of those. And there's other things that I could come to mind, but especially like a mom and pop store that is small, they don't have the square footage, they can't put in the tanks, and, they get a load of fish in that, I don't know, $3,000 or $4,000 worth of fish, and they can't sell them for 3 weeks. That's rough, Mm-hmm. The bigger stores can weather that storm, but somebody who doesn't have that bank account, it would be tying your hands to not let you sell your fish.
Okay.
For a few weeks. I'm not saying that it might not be the right thing to do, that it would be great for the fish industry if people could do that. There'd be a lot less sick fish sold to hobbyists that aren't aware of the problems. I mean, in some ways it would be wonderful, but business-wise, I think it would be really rough on the average store to have to do that. I mean, they get them in, and 3 hours later, they're in the tank, and they're out of the bag, and they're for sale. I mean,
turning and burning into a new tank.
That is how it's done in most stores.
turn and burn, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
And you get some stores that have the setup, they can quarantine and do all the things, but
yeah.
I think that's more rare. That's not the norm.
Okay. Okay.
That's kind of my quick thing. What do you think?
Well, of course, when I come up with questions, I never know what the answers is myself. I think honestly, just to say like what we've dealt with a couple of the zebras, and now I don't know how devastating this is going to end up being because it's like I don't freshly new,
Yeah.
and it's just only contained in one area. Maybe not sure. They haven't probably discovered in other states yet. But now that's also another thing where we're going to end up having to think of getting native fish from other places or collecting rocks and other things from ponds, rivers, and lakes around that area or something of that nature now because we don't know that sooner or later we may be introducing them into our tanks because yeah, we may want to have a native tank, but maybe sooner or later you're going to have to separate some fish or tanks or whatever from having cross
Yeah.
contamination issues or because I think now growing into this hobby and seeing things change and knowing now that cross contamination is real easy to do and not knowing that you're doing it can
Absolutely. You
can
can't see.
definitely hurt you. Yeah, it can definitely hurt you.
Yeah.
So that also could play a role too, to where a lot of people will be a little lenient on getting stuff from out from the wild too. So
Yeah. And well, it doesn't matter where you get it from.
yeah,
You
true.
should. You
Exactly.
should. You should go through some steps. You don't want to bring a fish in and throw it in your tank where your prized fish are. We've discussed that 100 times. I mean, that's just a
Right.
recipe for a problem. I
True.
mean, once in a while people luck out, and there are people. You'll talk to people. Oh, they've only ever had a 29-gallon tank, and they'd always go to the store and buy the fish and throw them in, and they had great luck. But that if they continue to do that, eventually it will catch up with them. They might have great luck for a year. They might have great luck for 2 years, but eventually they'll go that time and get those fish and throw it in, and it will wreak havoc through the tank. It will happen
True. True.
eventually. Hello, Larry D.
Hey,
Welcome.
Anthony. Now you say that, I've seen some do that, but when I see that they say that this tank is quarantined, but it's all in one system, I'm like, so if this tank is sick, then at least this square area or the tanks around it or the whole system is sick because now
I
it's all together. I don't know how it's set up, but I know some fish rooms that I've already or some fish displays that are all one. So I don't know. So but that's some are, yeah.
Hi, Terry.
What up, Terry?
Oh, Terry, look, you're making me cry. No, my eyes watery, people. Sorry.
Jim Weaver, yes, it will happen. It definitely will happen. Actually, my fish recently just got dropsy. This is like the first time I actually have experienced it because I officially got all my fish back,
Mm-hmm.
and not knowing what really they were feeding and if I was able to get over there to do a water change on time. So sometimes maybe the
Yeah.
water quality was as bad as what I would get to. So
How are you doing with it? How are they doing? Haven't I?
as of right now, when I first, I don't have the medicine. I don't want to show the medicine because I also had a question on that as well. Um,
Yeah.
I hope Dr. Anthony's up in cheer.
He
But
was.
I know there's a question that a lot of people would say, "Hey, are you able to cure drops or drop eye?" Because it dropsy and drop eye and all these
Oh,
other.
so you've got well, I call it Popeye. So you've got
Okay,
the
yeah. So
Popeye, and then you've
yeah.
got Dropsy. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just saying there on the medicine itself, it says all these various types of things, right?
Well,
And I
can I
didn't
give you
know
can I
that.
give you my experience? Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that you could cure Popeye
You
from.
can sometimes, when that, yeah, you can sometimes cure that, but my experience with dropsy is if they get to the stage where they're pine coning and whatever,
Yeah, and
you're pretty much done.
yeah, when they're not swimming right and they're doing the I can't do this anymore, then that's
Yeah.
at like the stages. Now,
Yeah.
she's not there yet, and this is a bigger fish as well. So, but she's not there at all, and she hasn't pine cone necessarily.
Well, yeah. So if you, my feeling is if you can get them going to the bathroom, sometimes
Yeah, now she's passing that. I put
constipation
some
right.
medication in there.
Get that happening, that helps. But you have to get them before it gets into the organs and becomes toxic and
yeah,
So it's
So-
but once they get more into the stages, it's very hard to save them.
Okay.
That's my experience. Anybody else is certainly welcome to chime in and throw in.
That's why I'm asking these questions, y'all. And not only that, because when I seen that it says Popeye, because normally when I'm watching because I've watched a lot of videos on some diseases, and when I would see the Popeye or the drop eye or whatever the eye would do, the number one thing for correction was to do surgery. That was just really like the number one thing. I never heard of a medication actually helping. So when I seen it on there, I was like, maybe not.
The couple times that I experienced it, I feel like it might have been from fish fighting, and then and then it gets infected. But I had good luck, quarantining and treating. Yeah, Fish Tropic Canada. Hello. I had good luck with that in treating that, but not so much the dropsy, like Anthony was mentioning, bacteria and whatever. But it's like you've got to get that whole body moving. They've got to be going to the bathroom, and things have to be functioning, because once everything starts to blow up and they become toxic, you're done.
Okay.
It just, no matter what, and they'll keep eating. They will keep eating almost right up till
you're right.
People think they're good because they're still eating, but no, they'll eat, but they're blowing up like a balloon, and usually that last 24 hours they won't eat.
Yeah.
And then they're done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hopefully you caught it in time.
Oh yeah, I think I've caught it in time. She's passing pretty good. Cleaning the tank tonight, because it said the first one you want to wait 48 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. See, they're talking about the Popeyes infection. Yeah, it is an infection. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's what I was like. So these they're two different, like, because I seen that like they're two different diseases on there, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I have the only one disease that I have right now for her. But if it was something else, these have broad perspective. I was like, but I never thought that actual medication could cure, Popeye. And I'm like, okay, so I have.
Yes, I'm going to say, yes to Popeye, but my experience is no to dropsy.
Yeah, okay.
But I wouldn't, but use it, try, do your best. Always try to save them.
Okay.
And hopefully, cross your fingers, it works out.
Okay, so it's the infection. Okay, so it's the infection way of what it is. So the drop eye is the air one. Okay.
Good. Right, the infection is what makes it bulge.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. See, that's what I'm saying. I still got to ask questions, and I've been doing this for about 4 years for those who are watching.
Well, unless you've experienced it. I mean,
this is the first time
you can read it on a label.
Reading it. Yeah, I've never really gone through this. So, like, I'm like, I like to have y'all here so I can get some knowledge. I'm pretty
people talk about hole in the head, but and you can read about it and everything, but until you
has that on there too. It has that on there too. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, like until you actually see it, though, it's like, oh.
Yeah, I didn't know. I've seen it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it, and I think it's more prone in a lot of the Oscars, more or less. I've seen it more in them than any other fish, in my opinion. I
think so too. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, and that's what I figured right there. Dropsy is by the food being not the proper. And that's what I figured, because normally I'm feeding it all kinds of things and different varieties. And at that time, he was probably more or less just feeding straight whatever it was for however long. So, me not able to do the varieties is what probably did it.
I mean, everybody has certainly their opinion and different experiences, but I feel like, what I've seen and experienced myself, and then what I've seen with, other people is it for me, I feel like it it comes around constipation. When they get constipated and things stop moving, then they
Yeah.
get the things and things swell, and because the body's not working right.
Right.
So I don't know. That's how I feel about it. I'm not scientific. Where's my little sign?
No, I like the input because it helps a lot, because I wouldn't have known most of them are an infection. So that, for being a broad spectrum of infection, that is a well-rounded medication.
Well, see, now Terry's saying bloat isn't dropsy, but see, I feel, Terry, like when they get bloated, it can become dropsy. That's what I'm saying.
Really? And see, these two, that's what I'm saying. It seems like it would be both, but I don't know. Would they both be used for the same thing?
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like when they get constipated, if you don't fix that, then it progresses. And, and like I said, and, that's, people don't always agree. We don't.
Right.
I
just need a little bit of input from y'all, and I love it. I thank y'all so much. That's why.
I just hope it works for you. The medication.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so pine coning and kidney failure. Oh, dangy. Oh,
yeah.
So it's more serious than this.
Yeah.
So it can even be more serious. Kidney failure? Holy, wow.
No, that's what I'm saying. When those major organs shut down, then the fluid just builds up. That's what it is. And then they swell, and then the pine coning comes from, they just blow up like a balloon.
Okay.
And the scales push out. That's why, the pressure makes the scales push out.
Okay.
So everybody refers to it as pine coning, but when they get to that stage,
okay,
you don't usually, or I've not been able to fix them when I've had that happen, And believe me, we've all had it happen.
Yeah, where like the scales look like they're literally protruding off of them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they literally.
Yeah, when you see it's like that, it's over. But she's not at that stage at all. Like she's actually.
Oh, good. Yeah.
She's actually like cool.
Yeah. So hopefully you caught it.
Sure. Pine coning is a symptom for sure, though. Okay, so it's different for. Oh, see. So like, and that's what we have to play doctor, because we really don't. And then it's harder if you can't take them out and physically look at them and see what's going on. And
well, I'm not set up for that sort of thing. I just go with what I do, and and the usual things I do work. But again, we've all had issues at one time or another.
I need to look this up. Y'all are awesome. All right, so we're here for the main event. You ready, Miss Joey?
Sure.
All right, y'all. So y'all have heard around that everyone that was participating in the voting. I wasn't able to get to it. I don't remember the time frame and all that, and I wasn't able to get to the voting. But that's why I wanted to do a live reaction and also see what y'all think as well. Who were 1, 2, 3, and 4 out of the ladies who did the aquascaping? I got some pictures of them. So Miss Joey, I want you to look at every single one of them. And actually look at them and see which one you would actually choose 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't have any names on them, so that makes it even better.
Yeah, that's good. And I didn't watch any of it, so I know nothing.
Yep. So it's even better.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't, and even now that I took off the names and stuff, I don't really even know who's who on there either. So the only 2 tanks I would know is the ones I actually watch the videos for.
Okay.
So that's beside the point. I'm still going to be fair.
Okay, right.
So, let's get to it. Whoop. Let's exit out those. All right. So first tank is this beautiful thing right here. Ooh.
I'm waiting for it to come up on my bigger screen.
Can you see it?
Yeah, this screen will be a little bigger, and I'll get a little better.
There you go.
Yeah.
So this one I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed it. I really did.
It's pretty. Can you take the comment down?
Oh. Is it?
So that we can see, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
So tank a little bit better.
Sorry. I'm still new. Sorry. There we go.
Okay.
I like this one.
It's pretty.
It's really nice and flowy. Nice and flowy. It's not a word, but I like the flowiness of it.
Yeah. No, I like the rocks and the driftwood and everything. No, it's nice. It's a nice tank.
It's like a perfect balance, is it not? Yeah. Like you got the rocks, you can see the plants, you can see the driftwood, and then you
Yeah.
already have the fish in there interacting with the scape, and that right there alone, to me, is just like, okay, I can see the scape, but also I want to know how the fish are going to interact with that scape. So with the having the fish in there is a plus. Is a plus. I like that.
Yeah, I like the fish in there. I mean, right. The whole point of the tank is the interaction, with the fish and everything. So I like the fish in there. I like the light in the dark.
Oh yes.
The darker rocks and the what. No, I like it. It's pretty.
Yeah, I like how this is put together. This, and once again, y'all, I'm not an aquascaper by no means, so
Well,
I'm
me
not
either.
gonna sit here and judge it like I would be a judge, because everyone can judge this tank differently, like I would, because everyone has a different style of aquascaping. But I just
Right.
love the flow of it because
I'm just gonna go with
this.
if I like it. I'm not getting into was it set up right and to have the right combination of whatever. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm just going with if I like it.
Right. So that was number uno.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Number two. I love this tank too. I love this tank as well. Oh my goodness. Miss Joey, your
I'm
thoughts?
waiting. I can see a little.
Oh,
I'm
I
waiting for
forgot.
it.
Yeah, you forgot. 30
It's
seconds.
a little bit of a delay.
Hey,
Yeah.
we forgot that. That is 30
So,
seconds.
do you know if they all had to do the same size tank?
I think it was all 5 gallons.
Okay. All right. I'm just curious. Yeah.
Yes, they're all 5 gallons.
Because the way this tank is set up, it looks
Similar.
larger.
Well, I think it's just the angle.
Okay. All right.
I think it's just the angle, honestly.
Yeah. So I was like, is it? Well, this one is nice as well.
Mm-hmm.
They've got it just done completely different way. It's spread out.
Right.
Set up a lot of live plants.
Okay.
It looks good.
Okay, good.
It looks really good.
So, I like this one. I like.
Well, I'm waiting to tell you my favorite till I see all 4. But yeah, go ahead.
I like this one because it's more like stretched out instead of consolidated into one. Because I like the scaping of the first one because it's all focused in one and it flows down. But with this one, it's flowing like as it's stretching it out, and then that's the fish and whatever you're putting in is going to interact with it, and that's what I also, like I said, just look for. Also adding botanicals, that's a plus because I love botanicals. Sure. I love them. I've grown to love them. I used to hate brown water, and I'm like, now I love it.
Right, and it is something to get used to looking at.
Yeah, I love it, and if I could have every single tank, with botanicals, I would, but that's expensive. That's expensive if you don't have trees that have leaves that you can put in your tank, especially when people are using fertilizers and things that you don't want to put in your tank. So
that's really it. I was like, you can use a lot of different leaves. It doesn't have to be.
I live in the city, Miss Joey.
But yeah, you have to watch out for the pesticides. Absolutely, yeah.
But I like how this is really just stretched out and not consolidated. I love consolidation of it and flowing. But
that's why I was curious about the size of the tank because it is taken more on an angle, but they don't even look like the same size tank because
and it makes it feel like it's much longer.
Yes. Oh, hi Melvin. How are you? So anyway, okay.
All right, and the third tank. Ooh, I like this tank.
That's a completely different look. Okay.
I really like this tank.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts, Miss Joey?
Well, I like it. I mean, I haven't seen one that I don't like.
Right.
I like it. It's it just kind of brings you right into the center of the tank.
Right.
I don't know. It just looks really nice. The plants are great. I like the rocks. I'm a big rock person. You know that.
Of course.
And no, it looks nice.
Okay. Okay. I like this one. This is the balance between the first 1 and 2 because it's kind of like elongated, but it has that focus point where you have the driftwood and you have those beautiful. Those plants have been grown under whoever's grown those. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Those
And like I
plants
said,
are
it
good.
just it kind of just brings you right into me, the center of the tank.
Right.
You
And
know?
then you have these rocks on the outside to
Yeah.
where it's elongated, but it's still focused on just that center. And I love
Mm-hmm.
the color contrast between the lights, the darks, and the greens in between all of
Right.
those. Because then
Right.
you have the moss underneath here.
And I tend to be a big fan of dark substrate.
Right. And that's how I am as well.
I think for me, part of it is I think most of my goldfish look good on the black substrate.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
But I'm drawn to that. So hello, sunfish for fish. Hello, welcome.
Yeah. I
I
really
like them all though. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoy this one as well because it's a in between both 1 and 2.
Yep.
So it's like we're getting a mixture of all of the creators right now.
Right. And then you got one more.
One more.
One more.
And remember when you said you like rocks? Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I'm like,
This one. Yeah, I like it. Like it a lot.
Yeah, I like that. I think I like the black substrate,
Mm-hmm.
but I was almost leaning towards the first one. There was just something about it. But now that you're showing me this one,
Okay.
I think I like this one the best.
Okay.
And maybe I don't know why.
Okay.
I'm just going with my first reaction. I'm like, I think I like this one the best.
Okay.
And yet they are all very well done. Very pretty. I like the fact that they are all different.
They're all different.
But yeah, I think this is the one for me.
Yep. Okay. So you're picking this one.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I love the choices. All of the choices are great, regardless if you picked 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which
right.
I love this because of the simplicity of it. It's just so simple, but it also has structure. But then also it has this flow, like I said, as always, that flow.
Yeah.
But it also has that focus point in the back, the rocks, and then those plants. And then that's also what I say. I want to also look for the future, what those plants are going to do. So this carpet is going to look nice and green and lush.
Yeah, the carpet's really pretty.
These are going to be nice and boisterous. These are going to be nice and red, looking good. And then that color contrast with the blue. And then also, like I said, and now that you have that fish in there, puts a whole nother bonus on there. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have
so Patrick likes it and Melvin likes it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm not, and as you know, I'm not afraid of color.
Right.
So, so I don't know. This one just got me. I like this one.
Okay. So you have officially picked Simply Beta for number 1.
Oh, okay.
So who is your number 2?
Number 2, I think, would be that tank, the first tank.
So you have officially picked the Small Scape fish tank. That's the name.
That would be number 2 for me. Then it would be the one with the black substrate would be number 3 for me.
Okay.
And then the other one would be.
And that was Miss Lisa.
Which one is Lisa? The black tank?
The number 3, yes, with the black substrate. And then you had.
Whose tank was this? Whose tank was this one with the?
This one was the Small Scape.
Oh, the Small Scape. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's the name. Okay. Yeah, that's the name.
Okay.
And then you have, like you said, the third one was Miss Lisa.
Yeah.
And then you have Created Pet Keeping with number 4.
Okay.
So that was 1, 2, 3, and 4.
And I did not know who did any of these tanks, so that's just my gut reaction. And they're all great. They're all wonderful.
Winter chicken dinner. That is a very good tank.
So what are your picks? What's yours?
Honestly, like I said, this was hard.
It is hard. Yeah.
Whoever was judging, like y'all viewers, like that's what I wanted to. This is why I wanted to do it, because this is what we have to think as if we're trying to actually view them.
Yeah.
And now I see why, because y'all voted, and you know.
Well,
And do you want me to tell you who actually won?
I want to tell you to tell us which 4 you like.
Well, the first one actually. Well, hold on. Okay, hold on.
What's your top?
Well,
one?
my favorite one was actually, this one was fun, like I said, because of the simplicity of it and the rocks, because it's something that I would do and the growth of it. But in my opinion, Miss Lisa was my favorite, because the cross in between of having the focus point, the color contrast in between the plants and the substrate, and then not only that, just like I said, the whole in between 1 and 2, and they're all different. Like I explained in the beginning, they're all different by all means. But when she has combined 1 and 2, what I look for, that's where I honestly had to weigh out that she won my heart on that tank, because I love that tank.
It's a beautiful tank. It is.
Yeah. This one was number 2.
Okay.
This was number 2. I loved it. Like I said, it was Lisa, and then this one. I love this one so much. It was so hard in between them. I was looking at both of them back and forth. I don't know. This one's hard. Like I said, I've seen both of them, but I really couldn't. And then if I have the picture, I don't think I have the other picture.
Papa Prince, hello.
But the other one was the small scape. I put at 3, and then created pet keeping. I put 4. Okay. But like I said, that was so hard, because it could either be either way. It could have been 1-2 switched or 3-4 switched. So it was
right. So, and we weren't judging, certainly, like I said, I wasn't judging by any way that, a formula for scaping a tank. I just went with what was like, woo, that one lit me up a little. So that's what I went. But what's interesting, well, see, I get to do that because we're just judging from home. But interesting is, that blue tank, first and second, would have been on our judges' card. So, I mean, that's pretty interesting.
And let me tell you the results, because I haven't told you the results, right? No, I haven't told you.
Right, the real results by the real judges.
So, drum roll. Everyone probably has known, probably seen it. But Miss Simply Beta got number 1, which was the one that you picked.
Okay.
The small scape got number 2. Miss Lisa got number 3, and number 4 was created.
So it was the order that I picked them.
Exactly order that you picked.
That's funny. Because I am not lying, people. When he called me last night, he's like, I want to do this tomorrow night, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, the scape of the women. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, this, and I said, oh. Well, it sounds great, but I knew nothing about it. So I legit just went with how I felt about him. So that's funny, though.
So you got them all correct on the nose. That right there.
I just went with how they made me feel. And yet they were all nice and very well done,
Yes, they very.
But, like I said, when you get that ooh factor, when the blue one came, I was like, ooh, I like that.
Yeah. I look at it as if I would put them as a display on my tank.
Right.
Like
and it's funny because this tank behind me is the only one in my house that has this kind of a background.
Okay.
Mine are either black or something that I've painted. This is the only one really in the house, is one that I purchased, So that's funny. And, maybe someday I'll change it, but for now it's staying because I got plenty to do. But
I think the men should do a scape off, but I think John said that men and scape off don't sound good together, because man and scape don't come together.
Oh, okay. It's a different, yeah.
But I think it should be the worst scape of the men because I can't scape to save my life. If someone told me, "Hey, Rob, you gotta escape this tank," if it was on Hunger Games or whatever games it was that they do, I don't know what it is that they do the little weird thing, and if you don't do it, they kill you. I would definitely be dead.
Yeah, that's how you feel. Yeah.
I would be dead.
Well, I would have to. Okay. I don't know anything about the competition. Were they allowed to bring their own stuff? Or did they have to go with?
I think around the house. I think around the stuff that they had. Yes.
Okay, so this was something they did at home. They weren't.
It was all. Yeah, it was all at home. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Well, I would be bringing it down with rocks. That's me. Colorful, fancy rocks. That's me.
I would go if someone did an all rock scape where there was not a single plant in there. That would be number one out the gate.
Well,
like you said, I like rocks as well.
I kind of do that. I have a couple tanks that just have rocks.
Well, because you're the fish we keep. We have
convicts,
you have convicts, you have goldfish.
I have convicts. You can't keep anything planted with them. So I have rocks and wood and whatever.
You can't keep your own species with them.
Then goldfish. I usually have a mix of plastic plants, rocks, and occasionally I'll throw in an Anubias or something. But I can keep the mossballs with them when they're small. But when they get to be this size, I can't keep even that in there. The only thing they leave alone in this tank is the larger Anubias. Everything else is, they won't leave it alone. So
right.
So I really like rocks.
Don't see. I really was like, wait a minute. She got really red. I don't think I want to look it up, but I really want to know. But I didn't. I don't. Don't look it up, guys.
Well, thank you, Ken. Ken says my rock. Thank you, Ken. I like the rocks,
I do like rocks as well, and that's why I said if it's an all-out like just rock fest, I'm done. I'm like that tank is awesome because that would focus on the fish I keep. So it's not like it's a personal thing as far as like I would do that only because of the fish I actually keep. So that would suit well with the fish that I would also do. So I was like, yeah, that would be putting on the number one. But like I said, I think it was definitely number one for Miss Lisa, but like my pick was out of the order, but yours was spot.
That's okay. I mean, it was our choice how we felt about it.
That was a fun thing.
Yeah, and how, like I said, I just went, but my reaction to how it made me feel, it's like, ooh, I like that,
Yeah, I can't.
Isn't that how we roll? You go into a store, you like that, you buy it. It's You see a rock, you like it, you buy it. You see that, that's the whole reason you buy anything is, ooh, I like that.
Yeah, and that's pretty much.
Bye, Papa Shrimp.
First thing. Oh, we got to get
if you're having a show, have a good show.
Hashtag. Are we doing hashtag?
Well, Manscaped.
Oh no, no.
I just like to send him with the crazy ones over to his stream.
Hashtag. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyone? We still got 6 minutes.
Yeah, somebody think of a good hashtag.
Amazing. Thank y'all so much.
They'll throw it in there. Oh,
I can't believe we got 6 minutes left. That was really fun. I couldn't believe it. For those, if we have another competition, I'm definitely doing another live reaction. That's fun.
Yeah, well, it was really good in the sense that I hadn't seen it. And had you watched any? You watched
only the two videos, Miss Lisa and then Simply Bettis, but those are the only two that I was able to see. And like I said, between those two, they were 1 and 2 for me. Like they could be 1 or 2, either or, and then like 3 and 4, they could be 3 and 4 or 4 and 3. Like it could have been like topsy-turvy with me. And I was literally, I couldn't be a judge because I would want them all 1.
I imagine it's hard. Yeah.
I would be 1, 1, and 1. Everybody gets a ribbon. I would be Oprah in the thing. Everyone gets a ribbon. So I that's why I couldn't be one.
Hi, Jay Olivers.
I can be the hype man. I can be the hype man of the event. I would definitely love that. But I could definitely never be the judge because being a judge is pressure. Like you have a lot of pressure because you don't want to feel biased because of what you feel like you like. And that's why I said I wouldn't be good because I like what I like as far as what I would put in my fish and all that. So, do we got a hashtag love Papa Shrimp? Is that what it says?
No, I didn't see it. Did
It
I miss
says
it?
LOL hashtag I love shrimps. Okay. Is that what we're gonna do? I love
I
shrimp.
mean, that'll work. I love shrimp. Yeah.
Is that what Jay in the building? What up, Jay? Yeah, okay. So hashtag I love shrimp.
I mean, that works for me.
It's all right. It's all right.
Some point, it works.
Yeah. Ooh, we got people up in Ireland. Wow.
Yeah, check it out.
I want to go to Ireland. That sounds like an amazing place. I swear. Everyone says it's so green and everyone's nice.
The shows I watch, about it, documentary type things. I mean, it looks super green.
Yeah.
It's just, they come in on the cliffs and say it looks so pretty.
That's what I said. I was like, man, when I like you said, when I seen a documentary, I was like, oh my goodness, that is like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Like that can't compare to a lot of places that I've seen here, and I'm like, man, that seems to be amazing. Rob is.
Do you see that? Hey, we really have not been picking on you lately with the short jokes. It's been a while since you had a short joke.
Wow, that cut deep. You did this and you turned on that one. You stabbed and turned.
Yeah, but they've been very, easy on you lately. You haven't had much of that. Come to think of it, I didn't think about it until I saw that. I'm like,
that's not normal.
No.
I would love to see Wales. Me too. So Wales and Ireland. All right, Larry, you're driving.
He's driving when you get to Ireland. I mean, you gotta get there to drive.
I know. You can't drive there. You gotta fly there.
Right.
It's definitely green here. Okay, so I'm on my way. Ireland, it is first stop.
Okay.
Honestly, if Ireland and Wales were like the places I would want to go, like, because I've never wanted to get out of this country. Oh, Australia as well. Those three places. Those are on the top three for me to go to. Honestly, I like that. I want to go there.
Well, I hope you get
their
a chance
apple juice. I want to drink some of their famous apple juice.
Their apple juice, yeah, they have some.
I know their apple juice is gonna put me on my little butt, so I definitely want to go ahead and try to go to Ireland one time in my life.
And Larry says, and Scotland, so if you're gonna go, you just gotta go everywhere, So.
Let's go. Oh, and Scotland.
Yeah.
Scotland.
Oh, Michelle said you could stay with her family. I mean.
Oh, we got room and board. Yeah.
Right. You're in. They'll know the good apple juice places and the food, and you'll be all set.
We got a tour guide.
A personal tour guide. Sorry, my eye is crazy tonight. And then, like my sister Steph says, Australia's great. She lived there for 4 years, so she knows all about that.
I need to talk to her about that.
Oh, she loves to talk about it. She would love to talk to you about it. Yeah.
So, all right, so we're going on 59 minutes. I can't believe it.
All right. Well, this was a fun show, an interesting show. We had a lot of different things to talk about in the beginning with our experiences with illnesses, and everybody's situation and experience is different.
Okay.
And we don't always agree, and that's okay. Because we're not here to say we're fish, doctors or anything. But the escape off part was fun, and I was a little apprehensive because I'm like, Rob, I'm scared to pick. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but it was all good because they were all beautiful, so that was fun. Anyway, thank you all for coming in. Rob, thanks for having me up here. Thanks for the mods that are here with us all the time, and it was a lot of fun. Glad to be here, and don't forget, if you haven't already, smash the like button.
Thank you, Ms. Joe. Larry, Australia and New Zealand on the list, dude. All right. Thank you, Ms. Kim. Have a good one. As always, for those who are watching this replay, thank y'all so much. And for those who missed this live reaction, please get here. It's fun to see y'all in here. It's much fun to see y'all in the live replay comments, but I also would love to see y'all here. Thank y'all, mods, for keeping this channel nice and clean and having fun as always. And for those who are watching right now in this chat, thank y'all so much. We got a hashtag I love, or Is it I love shrimp or Rob is a shrimp? Rob
Your
is a
choice.
shrimp. Hashtag Rob is a shrimp.
I mean, it's a free country.
He's not gonna know that. We're gonna flip it on him. Our aquatics universe. What up, man?
Hello.
Thanks for being here.
Welcome.
First time seeing you. If not,
Yeah.
welcome back.
Come back again next week.
Yeah, exactly. Much love, everyone. Be kind, be courteous. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.